Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another very easy keto recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make super easy keto pita pockets. Pita pockets are great because you basically can use them as an alternative to bread or tortillas. You can put anything you want in them and they just make a lovely, lovely bread substitute. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos, at least every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. And if you are a music lover, make sure you click the link in the description to my new YouTube channel, Inspirational Songs with Janet. I have posted my second song there, so hopefully you will listen to that, like and subscribe to that channel also. And while you do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line a large baking sheet with parchment paper or a silicone baking mat and set it aside for a minute. In a medium mixing bowl, combine 35 grams or around a third cup of sunflower seed flour. Remember, I always tell you guys you don't have to buy specialty flour. You can just make your own. Just check out my short video on how to make your own in less than 5 minutes. Add 14 grams or around 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, an 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder. I've told you guys before that baking powder gives a cakey texture, which is great for baked goods, but in this particular recipe, we don't want a cakey texture, so baking soda, not baking powder. Add 3 grams or around 1 teaspoon of fine flaxseed meal. Make sure this is fine enough to go through a mesh strainer. I usually have to regrind mine and then measure it out. Also, I prefer golden flaxseed meal because of the color and the taste. I prefer that over dark, but if you have dark flaxseed meal, that'll work just fine. Add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and if you want to, you can add some dry seasonings just to give your pita pocket a little bit of a different flavor. You don't have to if you don't want to. I added a 1/2 teaspoon of dry Italian seasoning just to give a little taste to the pocket. Sift the dry ingredients all together until they're fully combined and there are no lumps, then set it aside for a minute. In a large mixer bowl, combine 1 large room temperature egg and 15 milliliters or around 1 tablespoon of olive oil or the oil of your choice. Beat the egg and the olive oil together on medium-low just for about 20-30 seconds, just until it's fully combined. Keep your mixer turned on to medium-low and gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. Just do this in small amounts and allow the dry ingredients to beat in after each addition until the dry ingredients are fully added. You can stop and scrape down the sides of the bowl as needed. You want to make sure all your dry ingredients get moist. If you don't have a standing mixer, you can use a hand mixer or a wooden spoon. Then gradually add 60 milliliters or around 1/4 cup of hot water. You don't want this boiling, but you do want this hot. It'll help soften the flaxseed meal and the sunflower seed flour so you have a smooth pita pocket. Again, just add the water in small amounts and allow it to beat in after each addition until all of the hot water is fully combined and your texture is going to be basically like a thick batter. It's not going to be a dough. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and push everything to the center of your bowl. Then allow the batter to sit for about 15 minutes so it can thicken up just a little bit. After 15 minutes, the mixture will still be like a thick batter. It should have thickened a little bit, but it's still going to be very wet. When you scoop it up with a spoon, it should be thick, but it should be able to slowly slip off of a spoon. You don't want the batter to be runny and just completely run off the spoon. As soon as you turn it over, it should just slowly slip off. Scoop the batter out onto your lined baking sheet in 2 equal portions. It's roughly around 6 tablespoons for each portion, give or take a little bit. Use the back of a spoon and spread each portion into an even circle that's around 6 inches in diameter or your desired size. These don't really expand, so basically you're spreading the batter out to your desired size and thickness. I spread mine out to a 6-inch circle, and the thickness is basically kind of like a fluffy pancake is what you want. You don't want it super thick because it won't get cooked all the way through. Make sure you leave space between each one of the circles so that you can get an even cook around both of them. Place the shaped pitas into your preheated oven. Bake at 350 degrees for 17 to 20 minutes or until the pitas are golden and firm. Once the pitas are done baking, remove them from the oven and allow them to cool on the pan for about 10 minutes so they can firm up all the way. After about 10 minutes and the pitas are firm, transfer them to a wire rack and allow them to cool completely before slicing them into pockets. Once the pitas are cooled, to make them in the pockets, you're going to cut both of the circles in half, so you're going to have a total of 4 pockets. Then take one pita half and very slowly, very carefully cut through the straight edge of the pita half to create a pocket. The easiest way to do this is to take the tip of a very sharp knife, then just slide it very carefully along the straight edge of the pita, then very slowly work the knife into the pita using very slow, small cutting motions until you've created a deep pocket in the pita. Make sure when you're doing this that you keep the sides and the bottom attached because you're wanting to form a pocket. You're not wanting to form 2 separate pieces. Also, keep the knife very straight when you're doing this. These are thin pitas, so it's kind of tricky when you are cutting a pocket into them. You just want a big enough opening so that you can put some food into it. Continue repeating the cutting process until all 4 pockets have been cut. Then you can fill the pitas with the filling of your choice. All right, here we are with my lovely little pizza pocket. Looks yummy. I just put some barbecue chicken and cheese and baby spinach all stuffed in there. You can put whatever you want in there. One thing you will notice when you cut this open, I know you can't see it now because I've got all the stuffing in it, but you might notice a little bit of a green tint in the inside of the pita pocket. That is just from the sunflower seed flour. I've told you guys before about this, that sunflower seeds have chlorophyll in them, and sometimes that can make your baked good a little bit green. So if you do see a little bit green when you cut into your pita pocket, that's just the chlorophyll, so nothing crazy. Other than that, it's got a nice feel to it, nice and soft on the inside. Feels like a nice sturdy on the outside. I've got a lot of stuff in this thing, but look, nice and sturdy, holds a good amount of stuff, looks good, smells good. Yep, let's taste it, yeah? That's it. Oh yeah. Yes, that is definitely good. That is a definite winner for a bread substitute. I really like that. It doesn't have a thick, dense taste in your mouth. It's got a real light texture. It's nice and moist and just very tasty all the way around. Definitely a thumbs up. So yes, this was a good idea. Oh yeah. You can eat these immediately. If you do have any leftovers, you can store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 2 days, or in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 4 days. I haven't tried freezing these. I'm pretty sure they would freeze fine. You would just need to put them in freezer-safe container, and you can probably freeze them for up to a month. Most bread-type products work good for up to a month. If you do freeze these, I would probably put a piece of parchment paper in the opening of the pocket just to make sure it keeps flexible. Then eat and enjoy. And that's a recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more recipes like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.